Second time recording this video because I forgot to turn my microphone on. Wonderful. Anyway, Clash in Paris this Sunday, August 31st in Paris, obviously France. So, just in case you thought it was Paris Hilton. I don't know the order of the matches, so I'll give you a random order. The first match I want to talk about is Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. I personally think that Bronson Reed should win this, and I think he will win this. With him obviously being the tribal thief and the Shulafala he's wearing, obviously you got the tribal chief and the Ulafala. Right. If Roman wins this year, what does that mean for Bronson? Nothing. Okay, they're clearly leading, okay, to War Games. Right, Roman can win that one if they want him to, whatever it is. But if you want the faction to be dominant, you need Bronson Reed to pick up wins. And I don't mean, for example, him getting himself disqualified and then attacking Roman and destroying Roman. Or Roman Reigns obviously doing his Superman punch, his hoo-ha, okay, spearing Bronson, picking up the win. No. Bronson Reed needs to destroy Roman Reigns and show dominance in this match. And who better than to take out the tribal chief, okay, the OTC, the man at the top of the level. That needs to happen. So Bronson Reed should win, and I think Bronson Reed is going to win. So I'm going to give the win here to Bronson Reed. Then we have a title match for the Intercontinental Women's Championship, or the Women's Intercontinental Championship, whichever order you want to say it in. Becky Lynch defending her title against Nikki Bella. Right, okay, Nikki Bella's great, but she's not going to defeat Becky Lynch. So I'm going to give the win here to Becky Lynch. Obviously, yes, it's great to see Nikki Bella back, and obviously going for her first title in God knows how long, which obviously would be fantastic. I think the program they're having at the minute is great. The promos are great, and I do think it's going to be a good match. Not as good as like Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria, but still think it's going to be a good match. But I'm still going to give the win here to Becky Lynch, so obviously she can defend the title more times, rather than just facing Lyra Valkyria, then losing it to Nikki Bella, so she's only basically defended it against, like, what, this is the third person if you include Bayley from the triple threat. So yeah, as much as it would be nice to see Nikki Bella win another title before obviously she decides to not wrestle anymore, because obviously she's already in the Hall of Fame, but I'm still going to give it to Becky Lynch. Then we have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Whoever wins this year isn't going to surprise me. Okay, they're both very equally matched, and I'm talking about obviously Sheamus versus Rusev. Okay. If Rusev wins, I'm going to predict that he wins by using the Shillelagh and his finisher, the Accolade, if it's still called that, okay, together. Basically, into the point where Sheamus passes out. I'm actually going to give the win here to Sheamus. Just because it's basically his match. It's just a street fight with barrels. So maybe we'll see a white noise off something high through a few tables. My prediction is Sheamus, but if Rusev wins, that's how I'm predicting he wins. So obviously, I might get that wrong, but either way, I personally think this could be the match of the night, which is great. Then we have the World Heavyweight Championship match. CM Punk versus LA Knight versus Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is defending the title because obviously he's the champion. Right. Okay, the biggest surprise for me here would be LA Knight winning, then Jey Uso, then CM Punk. So obviously I'm picking Seth Rollins to win. And I personally think that Seth Rollins is actually going to pin LA Knight. The reason I say that is because as much as CM Punk could obviously afford to lose by pinfall and take the pinfall cover, right, I don't think it's going to work that way, because if Jey Uso takes it, obviously people are like, oh no, he shouldn't be in the main event. Even Roman's like, oh, he should be in there. He's got the contract, obviously it's in his rematch clause. He's like, but you've got one of them as well, but that's just a story for another day. Right, but LA Knight can obviously afford to take the pinfall, my personal opinion, because he's already defeated Seth Rollins in a singles match. So if he's like, oh, I pinned you at Clash in Paris, he can be like, yeah, but I pinned you at Saturday Night's main event. So 1 for 1, great. Either way, makes no difference who's actually going to take the pinfall. But I'm going to say Seth Rollins retains his title here, obviously with the help of Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker from The Vision. Then we have John Cena versus Logan Paul. Yes, I would rather obviously have John Cena versus Bron Breakker or Jacob Fatu, AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, pretty much anyone. But this is the match I'm getting, so I'm not going to complain about it. I do think it's going to be an actual good match. Logan Paul is great in the ring. Relax. A lot of people probably think that Logan Paul should win, because obviously Brock Lesnar will probably return to help Logan Paul win. That's not what I think Brock Lesnar will do if he does return. Me personally, with John Cena now being a babyface and losing his first match, obviously to lose the title back to Cody Rhodes, I do think he'll pick up the win here, so obviously everyone goes home happy. But before the ends though, Brock Lesnar comes out and sets up a match for WrestlePalooza, obviously attacking John Cena. I don't see him attacking John Cena during the match. I do think it will be afterwards. So my prediction is John Cena defeats Logan Paul. I believe that's every match for Clash in Paris. Also as well, I believe the Friday night before we're going to get 2 championship matches. I might be wrong on this one, but I think it's Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa. Obviously, Solo Sikoa will obviously have the MFT being involved, obviously. So Sami Zayn will probably lose there. So Solo Sikoa will retain his title. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defend the tag team titles against the Secret Service. I do think that Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss will retain this and probably hold them into WrestleMania, going against another power team. I don't know who yet. And we've also got AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio on Raw for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, if Dominic Mysterio loses his title here, he will win the AAA Mega Championship from El Hijo del Vikingo. And obviously, if he retains it, I don't think he will win it. But I'm going to predict that AJ Styles wins this. Just so the fact that we don't have AJ Styles on the Clash in Paris card, but they're still going to be in Paris. Okay, the crowd is going to go absolutely ape shit. Okay, for AJ Styles to win the Intercontinental Championship. Great match. Probably going to be in the main event. So that's my predictions. They're my predictions. Let me know your predictions. Let me know if you think anything else will get added, anyone will return, or anything along those lines. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.